See You at Work Tomorrow, Episode 3 in the TVN Monday through Tuesday drama. See You at Work Tomorrow aired on the 6th. Kang Si-woo, Seo In-guk, and Cha Ji-yoon, Park Ji-hyun developed feelings for each other. Cha Ji-yoon felt strange after witnessing the meeting between Kang Si-woo and Choi Soo-jin, Park Ji-young. That day, Kang Si-woo greeted Choi Soo-jin, saying, "It's late, but congratulations." And Choi Soo-jin mentioned the rumors about Kang Si-woo, stating, "I only wanted to treat you professionally, but now I want to pretend to know you." Kang Si-woo thought that Lee Young-hoon had posted on the bulletin board thanks to Choi Soo-jin, but Choi Soo-jin said it wasn't her doing, showing him a photo of the kiss cam at the baseball stadium. Choi Soo-jin told him, "Senior Cha must have been in a difficult position." In the meantime, Cha Ji-yoon looked at Kang Si-woo, who had his eyes closed, and thought, "Do I like you, manager? No, I just see you as a colleague." She approached him and examined his face, thinking, "His face is definitely my type." Cha Ji-yoon was startled when Kang Si-woo opened his eyes and pretended to be catching a mosquito. Kang Si-woo explained the next project, and Cha Ji-yoon was captivated by him. Unconsciously, she remarked, "I don't think we should be alone anymore," adding, "because it's a big project." When Kang Si-woo said, "I know you were troubled by the rumors about me. I will be more careful," Cha Ji-yoon noted his change demeanor, remarking, "There used to be a dark cloud over your head, but it has disappeared." Kang Si-woo took Cha Ji-yoon, who wished a lab would be set up quickly, to his house. This was because a lab was already set up there. While looking around the house in an awkward atmosphere and getting to know Kang Si-woo, Cha Ji-yoon discovered that he had written, "You make me laugh." Afterwards, Cha Ji-yoon confessed to Kang Si-woo that she was going to a meeting, and Kang Si-woo felt bitter, saying, "I should have given him more work." Kang Si-woo and Cha Ji-yoon realized their feelings for each other. Kang Si-woo rushed to where Cha Ji-yoon was, but upon learning that Kang Si-woo would be returning to the U.S. once the project was finished, Cha Ji-yoon declared, "I am leaving the TF." Meanwhile, Kang Mina confessed, "We broke up while having a meal with Kim Kwon's, Yoon Young-hoon, mother, when told to give in this time. Revealed, "I even knelt down, but he said he couldn't because he has developed feelings for someone else." The mother then asked, "What kind of person is he?" To which replied, "Are you curious about that?" and asked her to persuade Kwon. However, his mother's reaction was cold, and Yoon poured out his resentment as he recalled everything he had devoted to Kim Kwon and his mother. Just then, Lee Jae-in Won Gi-bin appeared as planned, handing him a lawyer's business card and saying, "I fell in love with your daughter at first sight." Afterward, Lee Jae-in advised him to take a direct approach with a three-way confrontation. TVN's Monday through Tuesday drama Go to Work has raised expectations for the plot development by releasing stills capturing heart-fluttering moments between Cha Ji-yoon, played by Park Ji-hyun, and Kang Si-woo, played by Seo In-guk. In a released still, Kang Si-woo is seen resting in a chair with a backrest while wearing headphones in the product showroom. Cha Ji-yoon happens to spot him and stops in her tracks to watch him. Unable to take her eyes off this unexpected side of her usually flawless boss, she approaches Kang Si-woo. The subsequent stills capture Kang Si-woo and Cha Ji-yoon discussing a future project. Cha Ji-yoon appears unable to take her eyes off Kang Si-woo, even while working. See You at Work Tomorrow Park Ji-hyun realizes her heart flutters for Seo In-guk. Peaked 6.1% in See You at Work Tomorrow. The romance between Park Ji-hyun and Seo In-guk enters a new phase as Park Ji-hyun realizes her heart fluttering for him after breaking up with her first love. In the 4th episode of the TVN Monday through Tuesday drama Go to Work, written by Kim Kyung-min, directed by Jo Eun-sol, which aired on the 30th of last month, Cha Ji-yoon, played by Park Ji-hyun, ended her relationship with her first love, Jo Ji-yul, played by Choi Kyung-hoon, while growing closer to Kang Si-woo, played by Seo In-guk, both inside and outside the company. Episode 4 recorded an average viewership rating of 4.5% and a peak of 6.1% based on nationwide households, ranking first among cable and general programming channels in the same time slot. Ratings among TVN's target audience of men and women aged 20 to 49 also ranked first across all channels, including terrestrial broadcasters, in the same time slot. Based on paid platforms integrating cable, IPTV, and satellite provided by Nielsen Korea. On this day, Cha Ji-yoon bid her final farewell to Jo Ji-yool, who was belatedly proposing to her, saying, "I don't want you to change because of me. Just live true to yourself, just as you are now." Although they loved each other, the two had different ways of envisioning the future. In the end, they chose to go their separate ways while supporting one another. Meanwhile, Kang Si-woo's proposal in the last ending, "You'll be free this weekend, right?" which had sparked excitement, turned out to be work, not a date. Before entrusting Cha Ji-yoon with the new product launch, Kang Si-woo took her to a baseball stadium where a highball brand promotion was being held, knowing she was not used to standing in front of people. It was part of Kang Si-woo's grand plan to help her gain practical experience in front of a large audience. On the scene, Kang Si-woo showed reliable consideration by blocking a foul ball flying toward Cha Ji-yoon with his bare hands, and the two became the center of attention both inside and outside the company, as they even appeared together on the Kiss Cam scoreboard. However, negative public opinion soon formed against Kang Si-woo for making an employee work even on the weekend. On top of this, rumors spread that he had driven an employee to a panic disorder after assigning them a new product launch in the past, causing Kang Si-woo to be branded as a ruthless boss once again. Meanwhile, Cha Ji-yoon, facing presentation, asked Kang Si-woo for help. Kang Si-woo expressed his complete trust, stating that she was the only person who participated in the project from the initial planning to the successful development, and personally coach her on everything from vocalization and eye contact to every single gesture. As the two faced each other at close range, a different atmosphere began to permeate the air. With the presentation just one day away, Cha Ji-yoon, who had been pushing herself too hard, eventually collapsed with a high fever. Concerns arose that Kang Si-woo might have to take over the presentation in her place, as she was unreachable. However, Cha Ji-yoon arrived at the venue late, and Kang Si-woo encouraged her, saying, "No one here knows Spear Ice as well as Senior Cha. Go ahead and show off to your heart's content." They also boosted Cha Ji-yoon's confidence by sending a secret signal just between the two of them when she became nervous during the presentation. And empowered by this, Cha Ji-yoon successfully completed the presentation. Afterwards, Kang Si-woo declined the boss's lunch offer and chose to have a company dinner with Cha Ji-yoon instead. He meticulously looked after everything from the sick Cha Ji-yoon's meals to her health, expressing his concern by saying, "A servant must not get sick," while Cha Ji-yoon noticed Kang Si-woo's brow of truth, which was a furrowed brow he made whenever he liked the food. In response to Cha Ji-yoon's remark, "You frown when you like someone, right? I didn't know that, and I was super nervous because you kept frowning at me," Kang Si-woo replied, "Did I frown at Senior Cha often? I guess I liked you quite a lot," raising the romantic tension. The next day, on his way to work, Lee Young-hoon, who was on leave due to a panic disorder, posted a message on the company bulletin board to correct the misunderstanding surrounding Kang Si-woo. He expressed his gratitude, stating that Kang Si-woo was the first person to recognize his struggles when he couldn't even bring himself to say he was having a hard time, calling him a unicorn-like boss who saved my life. The revelation of the sincerity of Kang Si-woo, who had previously been known as a stoic no-man, left a touching impression. At the end of the episode, Cha Ji-yoon, who had gone to see Kang Si-woo with chamomile tea, witnessed him with his ex-wife, Choi Soo-jin, played by Park Yi-young. At that moment, Cha Ji-yoon realized feelings she hadn't known she had, asking, "Why am I feeling this way?" This raised expectations for the direction of the two's romance. Dear viewers, now in detail and in-depth story, the mirage of the cold-hearted boss. What happens when the man you have spent years labeling as a cold-hearted tyrant turns out to be the only person who actually sees your worth? Cha Ji-yoon spent every waking moment at the office building walls around her heart, carefully curating a persona that was both professional and untouchable. She worked under Kang Si-woo, a man whose reputation preceded him like a dark cloud, a rumor perfectionist who allegedly drove his subordinates into the depths of panic disorders and burnout. To the rest of the company, Si-woo was a no man, a stoic statue of a manager who thrived on the stress of others. But beneath the surface, a quiet, invisible tension was building, a slow-burning friction that defied all logic. It started with small, almost imperceptible moments. The way Si-woo would instinctively block a rogue foul ball at a baseball game with his bare hands to protect her, or the way he meticulously coached her through a high-stakes presentation, whispering secrets of vocalization and poise into her ear when her confidence began to crumble. Ji-yoon's internal dialogue, a whirlwind of doubt and awakening, constantly wrestled with the reality of her feelings. Yet Kia ho raha, she would ask herself, her voice a soft, contemplative Hindi whisper in the quiet of her mind. Main to isi surfek boss mantai ti, toi dakin kyan battery high. She was caught in a web of her own making, unable to reconcile the ruthless manager she was told to fear with a mentor who was slowly becoming the architect of her professional rebirth. Every scene between them became an exercise in restraint, a dance of gazes and near-miss connections that left the audience screaming at their screens. Was it just workplace proximity? Or was there something more profound? Something that had been waiting to ignite since the moment they first met? The mystery only deepened when she found him sitting alone in the showroom, his guard down, wearing headphones in a moment of rare vulnerability. She stopped in her tracks, her breath hitching, watching the man who usually demanded perfection look so human. But as she leaned in to understand the man behind the mask, she couldn't shake the nagging question. If he truly cared for her, why did he insist on pushing her so hard? And why did the rumors about his past continue to haunt the halls of the company like a ghost that refused to be laid to rest? The unicorn in the web of deceit. The truth about Kang Si-woo was not found in the office gossip, but in the digital shadows of the company's internal bulletin board. A confession from a long-lost employee, Lee Young-hoon, shattered the narrative of the ruthless boss that had been carefully constructed by those threatened by Si-woo's success. Young-hoon, who had once been on the brink of total collapse, credited Si-woo as a unicorn-like boss who would save his life when no one else would even acknowledge the darkness he was facing. This revelation hit Ji-yoon like a physical blow, forcing her to confront her own bias and the toxicity of the office culture that had thrived on misinterpreting his stoicism for cruelty. Yet, just as she began to peel back the layers of his character, a new threat emerged in the form of Choi Soo-jin, his ex-wife. Soo-jin was a storm disguised as a calm breeze, entering his orbit with claims of professional interest that quickly curdled into possessive reminders of their shared history. "You think you know him, Ji-yoon?" Soo-jin would taunt, her words a sharp blade designed to carve out into the budding romance. "You have no idea what he is hiding." The mystery of their connection and the lingering weight of their past began to overshadow the success of the new project. Ji-yoon felt the pressure mounting. She was no longer just competing with office rivals, but with the ghost of marriage that Si-woo had never fully addressed. Every time she saw them together, a surge of inexplicable anger and sadness washed over her, a cocktail of emotions she hadn't realized she was capable of feeling for a colleague. Was Soo-jin there to reconcile? Or was she the architect of a deeper, more manipulative game? The office became a battlefield of secrets, where every professional meeting felt like a high-stakes interrogation. Ji-yoon started to wonder if Si-woo's intense focus on her was a genuine connection, or merely a distraction from the chaos of his personal life. Why did he allow Soo-jin to maintain such proximity? What was the true nature of the rumors about his past? And why did he refuse to defend himself against them? The suspense grew as the line between professional integrity and his private vulnerabilities blurred, leaving Ji-yoon to wonder if she was merely a character in his redemption arc or a permanent fixture in his future. The Lab of Lost Dreams. The emotional conflict reached a breaking point when Si-woo invited Ji-yoon to his home, a sanctuary that was less of a house and more of a high-tech, living laboratory. The atmosphere was thick with an unvoiced desire, the kind that vibrates in the air and makes it difficult to breathe. As she wandered through his space, Learning the intricacies of the man who had been a mystery for so long, she stumbled upon a handwritten note resting on his desk. "You make me laugh." The simplicity of the words was devastating. It wasn't a business plan or a strategy for the next launch. It was an admission of humanity, a testament to the influence she had unknowingly had on his hardened heart. In that moment, the barriers finally fell. Siwoo looked at her with an intensity that made the entire world outside those walls feel insignificant. "I never wanted to be your boss, Ji-yoon," he confessed, his voice barely a whisper. "I wanted to be the reason you smile." It was a confession she had dreamed of, yet arrived with the weight of impending tragedy. The joy was short-lived, replaced immediately by the cold reality of the big project. They were building something extraordinary, but as the work progressed, the truth of his departure began to crystallize. Once this launch was successful, Siwoo was destined to return to the United States. He was a bird of passage, and she was anchored to her life here. The betrayal she felt wasn't from a malicious act, but from the realization that it allowed her to fall for him while knowing he was already halfway out the door. The irony was cruel. The very project that had brought them together was a countdown timer for their separation. She felt the urge to scream, to ask him why he had chosen to open his heart only to prepare for a departure. But the professional mask they both wore kept the words trapped in her throat. She had to navigate the heartbreak while continuing to deliver excellence for the company that was about to lose its greatest asset. Could she love a man who was already living in the past? Or was she destined to be just another chapter in a book that was closing? The struggle between her professional duty and her personal despair created a suffocating tension that threatened to ruin everything they had worked so hard to build. The final twist and the moral of the story. The final act was a whirlwind of chaos and clarity. The three-way confrontation, a mess of egos and long-simmering resentment, spilled over into the open with Yoon No-ah, Kim Gu-won, and a lawyer who seemed to thrive on the destruction of others, forcing everyone to pick a side. In the middle of this, Ji-yoon made the ultimate decision. She declared her withdrawal from the task force, a move designed to protect what was left of her dignity. But as she walked away, the final twist hit. Siwoo had not been planning to leave her. He had been fighting against his own family and against the company's board for the right to stay. The U.S. move was a sacrifice he had been making to secure his freedom, but it was a sacrifice he was ready to abandon for her. The climax was not a grand, cinematic explosion, but a quiet, powerful moment of choosing. Siwoo ran to her, not as a boss, but as a partner, finally shedding the heavy mantle of the no man to become the person he wanted to be. The realization that they had both been protecting their hearts from the same fear, the fear of being vulnerable, was the final piece of the puzzle. The story concludes with a powerful moral. True success is not found in the accolades of the workplace, but in the courage to be seen and the bravery to stay when it would be easier to walk away. The final frame captures the beauty of their choice, a realization that the most dangerous risk is the one you refuse to take. As the screen fades, the audience is left with one final, haunting question. If you were standing at the edge of your own life, ready to walk away from everything you knew to be with the one person who finally made you feel alive, would you have the courage to jump? This journey was never just about work. It was about the resilience of the human spirit in the face of expectation. It serves as a reminder that the dark clouds we perceive over others are often just reflections of our own fears. And once we clear them away, we might find that the person we were most afraid of is actually the only one capable of saving us. Is he a savior or a heartbreaker? The truth is revealed in the full episode. Click the link in the description to watch the drama unfold. And tell me in the comments, would you quit your dream job for a chance at love? And also, if you had one chance to tell the person you love the truth before they walked away forever, would you take it? Stay tuned, because in this office, work is just the beginning.